Hi everybody, we're here from Van Isle Labradoodles, and this is the 4-week update for the New Year litter. These puppies are all chocolate mini Australian Labradoodle puppies, and today we're going to give you some highlights of what they've done over the past week, and we're going to explain why they are all a little sticky and dirty as well. So the puppies are all doing just great. You can see they're really moving around now. They have started playing with one another, and that is the most fun thing in the world to watch. So far, playing really consists of just batting each other with one paw at a time, and then they frequently fall over. They've also started interacting with toys a bit. So you can see we have this yellow and black little big worm toy in here for them, and they're using these to sort of lay their heads on quite often. They'll chew on them, and they're starting to just have a great time with one another and with toys. Now the reason why they're all sticky and dirty looking and all kind of crunchy furred is because they have started to eat solid food. And here you can see Pink Collar doing just what I was explaining with the one paw, playing with her brother Red there. He's just giving her a bit of a yawn and deciding whether he wants to play back. Anyways, the puppies are all sticky and icky because they have started to eat solid food. So they are all able to really lap really easily out of the puppy pan now, and they're enjoying their goat's milk and pablum. So they, what we have them do is we have them go and eat out of the pan to start with, and then we put Gigi in and she feeds them, and that is the beginning of the weaning process. And that's what Jeannie has, not Jeannie, but Gigi also has in mind right now. Instinctively, mama dogs usually start to try and wean their puppies somewhat around the 4-week mark. So everything's right on target. These guys are right on the nail for their milestones now. They're a bit slow opening their eyes, but everything else is right on target. And they also have another major milestone this week. The teeth are coming in. That's always my least favorite time. I much prefer it when they don't have teeth. It doesn't hurt me as much, and they don't have that overwhelming, I have to put everything in my mouth all the time thing that goes on when they're trying to get their teeth to cut through their gums. So let's start with each of the individual puppies. We'll start with Red Collar Boy, as we always do, the firstborn in the litter and the biggest puppy in the litter. And we call this guy Mr. Grunt because he is quite a talker. He is always giving us little and when he sleeps, he is forever talking in his sleep. So he better be sure he never has any secrets. Oh my goodness, Orange Collar thinks he should be part of the program too. You go and stay in your bed, buddy. That's a good boy. So yes, Mr. Red is quite the talking little boy. He has barked a couple of times when he sees his mom and wants attention. And we have Timmy the Tank, which is our puppy from Breezy's litter. That was the chocolate truffle party litter, born on August 15th. And Timmy's off to the UK as a stud dog prospect on Monday. So he's here, and of course he's in the house all the time, as the puppies are, and he loves the puppies. So he comes up to their X-pen and he puts his nose through, he kisses them all, and he wants to play with them so much. He doesn't realize how big and strong he is. And Red Collar goes and gives him a little bark and a little play growl and just interacts with him all the time. It's really fun to watch. And Mr. Red Collar Boy is now 1.55 kilograms. So we'll put him back in, and then we'll, oopsie, sorry, did I scare you? Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was a bit too fast. There we go. Put him back down there, and we'll get Mr. Orange Collar, who seems to be really keen on being in the middle of the action right now. Mr. Orange Collar is Mr. Personality. He has so much personality. He comes trotting out every time he hears a person or sees one. He comes out, he gives kisses, his tail wags, and he just can't wait to have attention. He just loves to be held and cuddled, and he really enjoys playing. He probably is best friends with Timmy. He is constantly at the X-pen, putting his little paws through, waving at Timmy and trying to interact with him. Now we did expand the puppies area, so they don't have their nest anymore. The whelping box is gone. That's because they're all grown up now. Yes. So they have an X-pen set up in the whelping room, and they have their pee pad set up, and they have a little bed in there, and they have a couple of toys. And the idea is that they are going to learn to go to the bathroom on the pee pads and not on the bed or on the carpeted area. So far we're doing pretty well. No accidents in the bed, but sometimes they still use the carpet area just because it is fairly similar in texture to the pee pads. But they're doing really well with that, right? Aren't you? Yes. Mr. Orange Collar is weighing in at 1.27 kilograms. He also has barked a couple of times, and he will growl if you startle him or if he's playing with his litter mates. Hello. So we'll put him back here so he can go play with his brother. And we'll get our beautiful little pink collar girl out, our only girl from the litter. Now, Miss Pink Collar, all of the puppies had their ID bands changed as well because they grew out of their little pink or their little puppy size ones, and we don't have any in pink in the more mature size. So Pink Collar Girl is now No Collar Girl, but we know it's her, so we'll just call her Pink Collar Girl. Oh, she's got a little bit of fluff on her face here, which must have come out of the toy. Then we just take that off your mouth. This little lady, now this is the social butterfly. And this is the tail wagger out of the group. Her tail is always going. She is the happiest little puppy, and she responds so much to people. You can see she's giving me so much eye contact here. She really, really enjoys the company of people. Well, you can see she has a little bit of pablum on the bottom of her feet. They're all going to have a bath tomorrow morning and get some of this sticky residue off. We've graduated them now from a human plate over onto a puppy pan. It doesn't stop them from walking through it and swimming in it. Sometimes I think they think we're there for swimming class instead of eating, but it does help a little bit with them not getting quite so dirty. Plus, they're getting more used to eating out of the pan, so they aren't quite as uncoordinated, I guess we'll say. So Miss Pink is our little sweetie. She's so friendly, she's so outgoing, and she, just like I said, she's always got a smile, and that tail is always going 100 miles a minute. Hi. And Miss Pink is weighing 1.48 kilograms now. And here we can see, if we just move the camera, we'll see Mr. Orange Collar is taking a look at the brick wall and thinking maybe that would be something to try scaling. Perhaps he's going to be a rock climber when he grows up. So that's all the puppies. Gigi continues to do really well. She spends less and less time in with the puppies now. As I said, she's doing the normal process of starting to wean them a bit right now. And she's teaching them to be more independent. The puppies will always pick Gigi's milk bar over the puppy pan at this point. In fact, they always do. Even Timmy, who's 16 weeks old, he tries to nurse off of her whenever he thinks he can get away with it. Gigi always tells him off quite firmly that that is not acceptable behavior. So it's totally normal that they still prefer their mom. And now next week, we will probably begin to introduce them to some more solid food, a little bit of their raw food diet. We'll start to mix that in with their milk and start to ease up on the pablum aspect of things and start moving them over to meat and vegetables and some fruits. That's always a fun process. The other thing we did this week with both the puppies and mom was to worm them. So when puppies are born, they're all born with worms because mama dogs, all female dogs, are born with a type of worm that remains dormant unless they become pregnant. And then as soon as they become pregnant, the worms come to life. So that's why puppies always have to be wormed. Lots of people don't know why it is that we have to worm puppies. So we wormed the puppies. So we wormed everybody just after they turned 3 weeks. This is Mr. Orange again. He's wanting lots of attention today. Then we'll do them again at 5 weeks, and then we'll do them again at 7 weeks. And we use 2 different kinds of wormers, and that way we're sure to get everything. And the reason why you do it so many times is because you want to first of all get the worms so they're not bothering the dogs at all or the puppies, and then you want to also kill the eggs. And then you do it a 3rd time with a different product just to make sure you've caught everything. So the brand we use is called Strongid. It's very, very gentle. It's for goats, horses, dogs, cats. It's impossible to overdose the animals on it, so it's very, very gentle on their system, but still effective. And then when they're older, we use the final product we use is called Interceptor. And Interceptor is in a pill format, whereas Strongid we syringe into the dogs, and it tastes like caramel apples. The Interceptor is in a pill format, so that's why we use it last, because the puppies are too young to be able to swallow a pill right now. It wouldn't be a pleasant experience for them. And so we've also started desensitization with the puppies. So the doors are open all the time now. They don't have any supplemental heat any longer. And so they can hear everything that's going on around the house all the time. Washing machines, dryers, vacuums, dishwashers, cutlery, TV. They have already listened to several hockey games and NFL football games. They listen to us talking. They hear the doorbell, the door knocking. They hear the adult dogs barking whenever somebody is coming to the house with a delivery, anything like that. So they're all right in the full midst of everyday life, becoming totally accustomed to that. And I'm making a couple of quilts for Christmas, and my actual quilting machine, not my sewing machine, but my quilting machine is in the room with the puppies. So they listen to that quite regularly as well. They might even hear a bit of some, "Oh, this is not working," comments every now and then if something doesn't go quite right. The other dogs are in there with them all the time as well, so they're used to seeing the adult dogs and having other dogs come in and out and be next to them. So that's our update for this week for this little litter of our mini Labradoodle puppies. They're all doing fantastic. And next weekend we have our puppy family visit. So we're looking forward to meeting our families and having the puppies interact with them. We know everybody's going to really have a great time and have a hard time leaving them behind. So thanks for joining us. If you have any questions or comments about the puppies or any of the topics we've covered today, please feel free to ask in the comments below. And if you haven't already, think about subscribing to our channel so that you get all the regular weekly updates for all our litters, and you also will get notification of our educational videos. This week in Puppies 1, 2, 3, we're going to be talking about how to choose the right bed and the right crate for your puppy. So thanks so much for joining us.